What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol X for United States Steel. On the left-hand side, we do have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, yes, this will be an update on Friday. We got ourselves an earnings announcement after the bell. Obviously, that led to a massive gap up, and now we should discuss what could potentially unfold into the upcoming week. The first thing I would point out is that whenever you have a gap up, that sort of results in an indecision doji candle. That's what we have here from Friday, large upper wick, large lower wick. It basically means that no one really knew if prices wanted to move higher to, essentially expand the range further, or if they wanted to come back in and get back into, what was quote unquote comfortable back before the earnings announcement. So basically, all we have to do is not really pay attention to this level, but it's either over the high of day or underneath the low of day to set off some sort of directional move. Any consolidation that happens inside is fine. It's exactly that. It's just healthy consolidation. A directional move should be produced up and over the top. That's 27, or underneath the low at 25.75, we'll call it for round number's sake. If the move is higher, what's the number to pay attention to? Well, looking left, I would certainly argue that this could be in store around 28, so about $1 move to the upside, and then these highs are back into play at 29.41. To the downside, it's quite simply the prior high in here around 25, so again, not quite $1 move, but about 75 cents lower. That's not a gap fill, mind you, though. The full gap fills to 23.70. Now, am I expecting that to happen over the course of one day? Probably not, but you can certainly see that on some red days, X can get moving to the downside. I want to take a quick look at the 30-minute time frame chart just to make sure we're not missing anything from an intraday perspective, and not really, right? We can do something that might be a little bit insightful. It's not going to be like the Holy Grail or anything like that. However, if we generally take out the fibs from the low of the move up to the high of the move, just to get a sense for where we want to see healthy consolidation, if the break is going to be higher, you're probably going to spend more time up and over that 26.50 mark, so you'd probably get something like this. Consolidation, then a break. If it's going to be a bearish break, obviously you're looking at the opposite case. You're spending more time underneath the 61.8, which is at 26.23. The more time we spend down under here, more likely a breakdown taking us into some of those lower targets, which we just mapped out. That's really going to wrap up the video. It's simply over or under here in the case of United States Steel. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.